Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my September favourites. I've got quite a few products to share with you today. I've been trying out some oldies but some goodies and also some relatively new products, so I'm excited to share with you all of my beauty favourites from the month of September. Leave in the comments down below what were some of your favourite beauty products for the month of September. I'm always on the lookout to try new products and I'm really interested to see what you guys have been loving. So if you'd like to see my September favourite beauty products for the month, then please keep watching. So my first favourite beauty product for the month of September is a relatively new foundation. And when I first got this one, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not, but after I've tried it a few times, definitely discovered it's one of my new favourites. And it is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick. Now, I'm not usually a fan of stick foundations because I do have drier skin. I've always just thought stick foundations are a bit too heavy coverage and they kind of show up any dryness on the skin, but this one is very, very different. It is really, really hydrating and it just looks so healthy and dewy on the skin. I was just really, really surprised by how much I ended up loving this one. So the stick just rolls up and you really need to use the tiniest bit of coverage with this. A little bit goes a very long way. So what I like to do is just do a stripe on each cheek, one across the forehead, down the nose, and one on the chin, and pretty much that's all I need to do. I do prefer to use a kabuki brush with this one. I find it just blends the product into the skin a little bit better than a beauty blender, and I just find the coverage is so flawless looking and so beautiful. It does have quite nice coverage, but I find if you just apply a little bit on each section of the face, you can get a really nice and natural lighter coverage finish. So I've been using this foundation more on an everyday basis when I'm not wanting to use a liquid foundation. Sometimes I find that can be a little bit too heavy, so I've been trying out this one and I've just been really, really loving it. And I have this one in the colour number 125, which equals Y315. I find the colour system of Makeup Forever quite confusing, so I'm not sure if that explains what colour it is, but those are the numbers that are on the bottom of this one. So if you're looking to try out a new stick foundation, I highly recommend the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Stick Foundation. Now next up is a product I've had for a little while, but I've recently rediscovered it and I've been using it pretty much every day, and it is the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer. This is just such a perfect everyday natural looking concealer. It's not really, really heavy coverage, so if you're just wanting that more of a natural, nice, light coverage look for every day, this concealer is absolutely perfect. I do have this shade Classic Beige, and this is quite a light yellow toned concealer, so I really like this to brighten up under the under eyes and just to give a nice little bit more coverage on the skin. But like I said, it does look very, very natural. So this has been my go-to concealer for my everyday makeup look. This concealer doesn't crease on me, doesn't look too heavy, and I find it blends out really beautifully on the skin. So I've been really loving the Wake Me Up Concealer by Rimmel. For the past month, I've been really into cream contouring. I wasn't such a huge fan when it first came out. I was like, oh, it's just too much effort, too much extra products to use if you're, on the go for everyday makeup. But for more of a glamorous going out makeup look, I have been doing more cream contouring and I've been loving the way it looks. I did do cream contouring in my previous video, the pink glitter cut crease. I absolutely loved the way it looked, and the product I've been really, really liking to do cream contouring has been the Smashbox Highlight and Contour Sticks. I find these so easy to use and they come in a trio with 3 different colours. And the first one here is the highlight one. So this is just a really nice pale yellow shade, and I really like to apply this on the tops of the cheekbones, down the centre of the forehead, centre of the nose, cupid's bow and the chin, and I just find it just highlights the skin beautifully. I also use it to clean up underneath my contour. And what I find so easy about these sticks is just applying it straight onto the skin, and you can just get precise application with where you want it to go. And these are so creamy. They don't look too drying on the skin and they're not really patchy at all either. There's nothing worse than having cream contour that kind of sticks to your skin and you can't blend it out. These ones blend out beautifully. So this one here is the highlight shade. The next one here is the bronze shade, and this is just a really beautiful warm brown tone color, and this one is so beautiful on the skin for that really natural bronzed glowing look. This is the perfect cream bronze color. And the last one I absolutely love is the contour stick. This is just the perfect neutral grayish brown tone without being too ashy on the skin. It's just the perfect contour color. I absolutely love this. And I apply this right in the hollows of the cheekbones, down the side of the nose, around the temples and forehead, and also a little bit around the neck. And I just find it blends out beautifully, just gives a really nice contour look. Today I am wearing it as my contour underneath a powder product, and I can't say enough good things about these. They are so, so nice. If you're looking to try any new cream contouring products, I would highly recommend trying out the Smashbox trio of contour and highlight sticks. And so that is the swatches of those. So you've got the bronze shade up the top. The highlight shade is probably a little bit hard to see because it's quite a light banana tone yellow. And then the contour color at the bottom, you can see how beautiful that is. These are so pigmented and very creamy as well. So I just love the way they blend out on the skin, and I just love how they give a really natural highlight and contoured look. Next, I have some makeup brushes. I bought these when they were first released, and for some reason they kind of got lost in my drawer. I never really reached for them, and I was like, nah, I'm not really that fussed on trying them out. I'm not really sure why I bought them in the first place. It was just something new, and you know, you just have to get it. But since I've been seeing these brushes used a lot, I thought I would grab them out and see how I went. These are the oval brushes, and these are from MAC, and can I say how much I am in love with these brushes since I tried them out? They are just so incredible. They make your makeup application so much quicker and so much easier. I did use these two particular brushes in my previous pink glitter cut crease tutorial, and you can see when I used them in that video how easy it was to blend out cream products. I used it for my cream highlight and cream contour, and they were just amazing. I definitely am going to be using these a lot more. This first one is the Oval 6 brush, and this is just the perfect brush for using for anything from foundation, concealer, cream highlight, contour, everything. It does everything. It's so amazing. I especially love to use it to blend out highlight and cream contour. I just find it just blends it out so quickly and so easily. It's just amazing. It just fits perfectly around the side of the face. It's not too big and it's not too small, so I've been loving using this one by MAC. And the second one here is the smaller Oval 3 brush, and this is my new favorite nose contour brush. I've been looking for a new nose contour brush for a while because I was kind of sick of using the same one. I always use like a fluffy powder brush, and when I tried this one out, I was so amazed. It worked perfectly. It just fits so easily down the bridge of the nose to blend out contour, and then down the center of the nose to blend out the highlight. It just blends it out so seamlessly. I just can't believe how well it worked, so this is definitely my new favorite nose contour brush by MAC. Now for some blush, since I purchased these blushes, I haven't been able to put them down. They've been my go-to blushes pretty much every day and every time I do my makeup, and they are the Makeup Geek blushes. The packaging is just so beautiful. I love this chrome finish, and the blush colors are just so incredible. I have 2 out of the 3 shades that I've purchased. The first one here is called Heartthrob, and the second one here is called Romance. This first one here is called Heartthrob, and this is just the perfect peachy pink tone matte blush. It is just so beautiful. I have this on my cheeks today. I just find this pairs with any makeup look that you're doing. It's that beautiful neutral peachy pink tone that pretty much goes with everything, and I just really, really love this color. It reminds me of MAC Peaches, which is one of my all-time favorites. Probably just a little bit more pink to it, but I don't mind that. So I've been loving using this color pretty much on an everyday basis since I got it. And the second shade here is Romance. Now you might think this looks very similar to Heartthrob. It does, but it's a shimmer version. So it's a shimmer neutral peachy pink color, and I love these, especially in summer. I love to use nice shimmery blushes, and this one is just going to be so perfect to use. It also reminds me of Matte Peachy Keen, which I really, really love. So having a shimmer and a matte version, I've pretty much not been able to put these 2 down. These are the only 2 blushes I've been using for the past month of September. And those are the swatches of the blush. The top one is Romance, the beautiful shimmery shade, and the bottom one is Heartthrob. So you can see Romance is a little bit lighter, being more of a shimmery shade, and they are both just so beautiful, so pigmented, so smooth and creamy to apply. These blushes are just so incredible. I don't find they go patchy on my cheeks or anything like that. They just blend out beautifully. So I've been really loving the Makeup Geek blushes. Now moving on to my favorite products to talk about, highlighters. I can't get enough of highlighters. You guys know this if you've been following me and watching my videos. Highlighters are definitely my #1 makeup product, and when I purchased these, I was just, oh my god, I was so looking forward to trying them out, and they have quickly become some of my favorite highlighting products. And these are the Cover FX Enhancer Drops, and these are just the best thing to happen to me in my life. They are so amazing. I couldn't get over the pigment and the color of these when I first tried them. I was like, this is just nothing like I've ever seen before in terms of a liquid highlighter. These are just next level beautiful. And the 2 shades I have here is Celestial, which is a very light pearly pink tone color, and the other shade I have is Sunlight, which is a really beautiful bronzed glow, and These two are so pretty. I really want to get my hands on some of the other colours. They do always seem to be sold out, so as soon as they come back in stock, I think I'm going to have to grab a few more of the shades. And those are the swatches of the Cover FX Enhancer drops. The top one is Celestial and the bottom one is Sunlight. You can just see how amazingly pigmented these are. That is one little tiny drop. All you need to use is the tiniest little drop of this because it pretty much will cover your whole face. It's so pigmented and it's just so beautiful. It's so metallic and oh, I'm just so in love with this. I really can't wait to use these in summer a lot more in Australia coming up. They're just going to look so illuminating and glowing on the skin. I can't wait, but I am so in love with these liquid illuminators by Cover FX. And because I can't just mention one type of highlighter, I have to mention more. The next two I purchased in the last month and I've just been using them non-stop, and they are these two highlighters by Ofra. The first one here is called Rodeo Drive, which is this beautiful gold shade, and the second one here is called Beverly Hills, which just has a combination of different highlighter shades in it. And these are some of the first products I've purchased from Ofra and they are so beautiful. I'm just so happy with the pigmentation, the colour and the formula of these. They're just really nice. The first one here, Rodeo Drive, this is just the perfect gold highlighter. I am wearing it as my highlight today on the top of the cheeks, down the centre of my face as well, and it's just so beautiful. I also have it on the inner corners of the eyes. You guys know I love gold highlighters, they're my favourite, and this one is just so beautiful. I love the pattern of the product and the formula is so smooth and so creamy. It's not glittery or anything like that at all. It just has a beautiful sheen on the cheeks. So I've been loving this highlighter for the past month of September. And the second one here, Beverly Hills. This is such a beautiful highlight as well. You do have the option of using each of the colours individually, or you can swirl it together like I've done in the middle, and it just gives a beautiful champagne pearl tone. And this one is so pretty as well. I like to use this one when I've got a little bit more lighter, paler skin. And I like to use the gold one when I have a bit more of a tan. So between these two, they have been my go-to powder highlighters for the last month of September. The top one is the swatch of Beverly Hills. I just ran my finger around all the colours together so you can see it gives that beautiful champagne pink glow. And the bottom colour is Rodeo Drive, such a beautiful gold highlight. I'm so in love with the colours, and you can see the pigment is beautiful and shiny and so amazing. So if you haven't tried any of the Ofra highlighters, I highly recommend trying them out. Okay, moving on to some brow products. I was in a little bit of a brow rut for quite a while. I would just always use my Anastasia brow definer, and I just found that's pretty much all I was using. On the odd occasion I might use the Brow Wiz or the Dip Brow Pomade, but pretty much it was always Anastasia products. So I was really on the lookout for some new brow products to try. And when I saw this collection launched by Benefit, I was like, yes, I need to try these out. They look amazing. So I have two of the products from the collection here, which I've really been loving. And first of all, look at this packaging. Isn't it just incredible? It's so futuristic looking. I absolutely love it. Benefit is always so creative with their packaging. That's what I love about them. They're always so unique and they've got such creative packaging. So these ones are just really beautiful. And the first one I have here is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. I have this in the number 4. And this one is similar to the Anastasia Brow Definer. It has the little spoolie brush on one end. And then on the second end here, it has the wind up angled brow crayon here. So when I saw this one, I was like, oh, let's see how it goes compared to my Anastasia Brow Definer, which I really love. I will say I probably don't like it as much, but I've only used it once or twice, so I'm going to keep trying it out to kind of see if I can make it work for me a little bit more. I just find it to be a tiny bit too waxy, and I find it a little bit hard to kind of comb through my brows with it. So I'm going to keep trying it out to see how I like it, but I just couldn't pass up on this packaging especially. So this is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. And I also have the Cabrow Brow Gel Cream, and I thought this was going to be very similar to the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, and I was right. It's actually very similar to it. I have this in my brows today, and I think it looks really nice. I find it to be not as pigmented as the Dip Brow Pomade, which I think is a good thing, because the Anastasia one, you literally need to dip your brush in with the tiniest amount because it will go everywhere and your brows will be like bang. So this one is not as pigmented, which I think is kind of a good thing. So I can apply the product through my brows and build up how much colour I want. The only thing I'm not so sure I like is that it's quite a small little pot. So there's not as much product in there as I would probably like, but saying that, these pomade products do take quite a while to get through being a cream, so I'm sure I'll still get quite a lot of uses out of this. and I did pick this up in the number 4 as well. And then the top of the brow gel is very interesting. It has this little part that comes out, which is actually an angle brush, and then you pop it in the lid and you can use that to apply your brow products through. I find it a little bit kind of awkward to hold, so I usually take out the top part and just use that, or I end up using a different eyebrow brush because I find it a little bit too hard to work with. But the brush on this is actually really, really good, so I have used it with the brush and I find it works quite nicely. So if you're on the hunt like I was for some new brow products, I would recommend trying out these ones from Benefit. Now for some eyeshadows. I've had this palette for quite a while, but it kind of got lost amongst all of my other eyeshadow palettes, and I pulled it out of my drawer a few weeks ago and I was like, why have I not been using this for so much longer? It is so incredible. And it is the Anastasia Shadow Couture World Traveler Palette. First of all, the packaging of this is just so beautiful. I love gold and black together. Anything gold and black, I will buy it just because it looks so beautiful, but the packaging of this just looks so sophisticated and so classy. And then when you open up the palette, these are the colors. You have a nice big mirror on top here, and then there is such a beautiful range of colors in here, and it also comes with this dual-ended brush. So one side is more of a flat brush to apply the eyeshadows, and the second side is a really nice blending brush, and this brush is actually really nice. I do use it to apply the eyeshadows and I find it works really, really well. This palette has a really nice mix of matte and shimmer shades. I especially love Morocco and Fudge. They are such beautiful transition colors. I do have them on my eyes today in the crease, and then I am wearing Pink Champagne on the lid. This is such a beautiful metallic foiled eyeshadow. Oh my god, I absolutely love it. I do have it on the center of my lids today, and there's just so many colors in this palette that you could use to make so many different versatile looks. So I've been reaching for this palette a lot lately, and I've been really, really loving it throughout the month of September. And so those are some swatches from that palette. You can just see how beautiful and pigmented they are. The top two are the matte shades, Fudge and Morocco. They're just so creamy and buttery. They blend out beautifully on the eyes. I really, really like the formula of the matte eyeshadows. Then you have Pink Champagne, which is that beautiful metallic foiled shade. That was one swatch and it's like intensely pigmented. And this bright blue color is so amazing. I can't wait to use that in like a pop of color, maybe underneath the waterline. I think that would look beautiful. So pigmentation, the formula, everything about this palette is amazing, so I highly recommend trying it out. I have another eyeshadow palette I want to mention. I purchased this quite a while ago and I totally forgot about it, and I was going through my makeup drawers organizing all my makeup and I stumbled across it and I was like, why have I not been using this palette? It is so, so beautiful, and it's by Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Dolce Vita Luxury Eyeshadow Palette, and it's definitely luxury in all aspects. Look at the packaging, is so beautiful, and then when you open it up, it has a really nice large mirror, and then it has these 4 shades here. These are just my sort of eyeshadows. I just love them. I really love this glittery bronzy gold color. It's so beautiful. This color I did use in my crease today, and it's just such a nice soft maroon brown shade. It's so beautiful, and this is just your typical nice dark brown and a really nice highlight shade. So I found this in my drawer about a month ago, and throughout September I was reaching for it so often, paired with the Anastasia eyeshadow palette, and together I've just been able to create so many different looks. The formula of Charlotte Tilbury products is exquisite. It's so beautiful. It's probably why it is so expensive, but it's very, very good quality. The formula is so nice. The matte shadows are very, very creamy and easy to blend. And this bright bronze glitter color is just, it's so beautiful. It's like a pressed pigment, and it's just intensely pigmented as well. So I'll do some swatches so you can see the colors. And those are the swatches from the palette. You can see how beautiful they are. So nice and shimmery and pigmented, and oh my gosh, really, really high quality these eyeshadows. If you haven't tried any eyeshadows from Charlotte Tilbury, you definitely need to try some of them out. I do think I need to pick up a few more of these palettes because they're just so easy to take in your bag as well. They're so compact, and they have a mirror so you can touch up your eye makeup looks, and I just think they're really, really beautiful. Now for some lip products. Throughout the month of September, I've gone back to my tried and true lipsticks from MAC and lip liners, and I wondered why I ever kind of steered away from them. I haven't used my MAC lipsticks in such a while just because I worked at MAC for 4 years. I was wearing MAC lipstick every day, and I was like, I need to try something else, but I reached for them the past month and I'm like, yes, this is why I love MAC lipsticks. The 2 colors I've been wearing non-stop are these 2 shades. The first one is called Kinda Sexy, and the second one is called Yash or Yash. I'm not quite sure how to say it. We always used to laugh about this at work, that it was kind of a strange name to pronounce, but I've been loving these lip colours. Just perfect for a nude natural lip colour. I am wearing Yash or Yash today over the top of Spice lip liner, and I just absolutely love this colour. It just goes with so many different eye makeup looks, and it's just so beautiful. So that is the colour, and it's just a really nice nude pinky brown tone, and I just think it's so beautiful. I love the matte formula of MAC lipsticks. They aren't drying on me whatsoever, and I just find they stay on my lips all day when I'm eating, when I'm drinking, so they're the perfect type of lipstick to wear if you're wanting it to last, and I just love this colour. MAC has so many different colours to choose from. I am going to do an updated MAC collection video, I think, to show you my MAC lipstick collection and which ones I really like to use for weddings, and just my favourite nudes and darker colours like that as well, so keep a lookout for that video. And then this one here is Kinda Sexy. This one is just a beautiful pinker nude shade, and I used to wear this one literally every day. It was my favourite MAC lipstick colour. It probably still is, just because it's so versatile to wear with any sort of makeup look. I used to use this colour on so many brides. They always loved it, and it was just one of my all-time favourites. So the top one is a swatch of Kinda Sexy. That was a really bad swatch. And the second one is Yash. I don't know which one it is. So you can just see the pigment on these is incredible. They're so creamy, yet they dry matte. They don't feel uncomfortable. I don't find they show off any of the lines on your lips or anything like that. So love the formula of the matte lipsticks by MAC. And then my go-to lip liner for the past month from MAC is the colour Spice. This is just an all-time favourite lip liner of mine. I've been reaching for it so much lately. It just pairs with nude lipsticks so well. It just adds a little bit of colour to ones that might be a little bit too light as well. So if you find that a nude shade is really light on you, I'd recommend using a warmer toned lip liner, something like Spice. I just find it just adds that little bit extra colour and just makes it a bit more wearable. So Spice has just been my absolute go-to lip liner for the past month. I used to wear this all the time. Back in the day when I worked at MAC, it was one of my favourites as well, and I've just been loving using it again lately. And so that is this swatch of Spice. You can just see it's a really nice warm brownie pink tone nude shade, and I just paired it with Yash today, Yash, and it just goes really nicely together. But you could wear it with Kinda Sexy, you could wear it with pretty much any of MAC's nude lipsticks, and it just pairs really nicely. So if you haven't tried out MAC matte lipsticks or any of the lip liners, these are some of the colours I would definitely recommend. So those are all of my September beauty favourites. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. You saw some products that you might be wanting to try out, or some that you've been loving as well that you would love to share in the comments. I'd really appreciate that. Like I said, I love trying out new makeup products, so leave me any of your suggestions in the bottom for products you've been trying out and that you've been loving recently. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. I have lots more videos coming for you guys very soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.